into the cost analysis economics, that's a whole different topic. Please, I think we're going to be hearing about that later on. I have this picture up because I am from UCI, and we recently have a 1 megawatt rooftop installations all across campus. They received the Flex Your Power Award from California. It's actually a really good school to be in because of research as well as facilities, and the chancellor is really into doing renewable energy. So why we're here? I don't need to give you guys a spiel about climate change and global warming and why we have to be more green and all this stuff. But one reason is we focus on solar, and one reason I'm a big advocate of solar is really this graph. Here is our annual global power demand currently, and this is the annual solar resource. You can see the huge difference. You can see that we can tap into this huge resource and it could supply, we're not talking about land issues and things like that, but it could supply most of our power needs. The question is but U.S. overall solar energy production is less than 1%. And the question is why? Here's this big discrepancy. And the main reason is cost, it's dilute, and it's intermittent. So those are sort of the things that kind of get in this way. One great thing about being in California is this is the solar energy resource. This is NREL, which I talked about before. If you're new with NREL, they give these great pieces of information, such as what is your solar resource depending on where you live in the country. And you can see being in Southern California is a great place to be.
So that shows that number of sun hours per day, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a measure.
Yeah, 3 days. You want me to
That's
do
how
this?
sadly sunburned you get.
Applications of solar energy. Not only did I say it was a great resource, but there's actually a lot of applications, which is really great. These are the different types, which I'll get more detail into later. But solar energy can be used for distributed generation, so what you have on your roof, so it's on-site stuff near point of use, as well as doing large-scale utility stuff to replace coal power plants. And then eventually maybe it could go into industry or transportation or something like that. So it's a huge amount of space that solar can cover, which is really exciting when you're in this field. There's different ways to utilize the solar energy. The one I'm going to talk about most is solar electric. This is something like photovoltaics, taking solar energy and converting it to electrons that we can make a current out of. The other one is solar fuels. That's sort of like what nature does. It takes natural photosynthesis and makes it into some sort of energy it can use. As well as artificial photosynthesis, which I will talk a little bit about, but it's something like taking water and splitting it into hydrogen. The third type is going directly from solar, but using the solar and using the heat to eventually either heat stuff directly, which is solar thermal, which you guys can imagine heating your water heaters, and a lot of people install those around here, as well as doing advanced power generation, having heat to run steam turbines, and producing electricity that way. And I'll go a little bit more into that.